This is the story of Kennedy Hobbs. "18-year-old Kennedy Hobbs was born on October 26, 2002, and was a resident of Jackson, Mississippi. She was a vibrant and smart teenager. She also started her own business, Kay's Waxing Bar, at the age of 17, and started doing body waxes for her friends in a shed in her backyard built by her mom. She loved R&B and rap music and had a tremendous love for fashion. Kennedy was considering her college options and sometimes talked about becoming a teacher like her grandmother and mother, who teaches math and science in her school district. She was an honor student at Murrah High School, located in Jackson, Mississippi, and was set to graduate on the morning of June 1st. A live Facebook stream shows Kennedy preparing to accept her high school diploma as she removed her dark face mask, a reminder of her pandemic-era senior year, without a homecoming dance or pep rallies. She gracefully crossed the stage, picked up her diploma, and smiled for the cameras as photographers took pictures of her. After posing for more photos in the parking lot, Kennedy made stops at a graduation party and the cemetery where her boyfriend was buried after being fatally shot 2 months earlier in April. Before following her sister to a graduation party, Kennedy and 4 friends later drove to a Texaco gas station located on Medgar Evers Boulevard. Two of her friends went inside of the convenience store while her and another friend stayed outside. Her sister, who was on the phone with Kennedy at the time, stated that an argument broke out, which she was able to hear through the phone. Next thing you know, her sister heard gunshots, and Kennedy never picked up the phone again.
18-year-old shot and killed at a Jackson gas station just hours after her graduation.
My sister is gone. We can't call her no more.
Just 12 hours after her graduation, around 11 p.m., the Jackson Police Department received a call stating that multiple shots were fired at the Texaco gas station. Upon arrival, Kennedy was pronounced dead at the scene. The shooter fled before police could arrive.
After spending all night mourning at the Texaco gas station on Medgar Evers, where 18-year-old Kennedy Hobbs was caught in the middle of a gunfight.
Witnesses told WJTV reporter Alex Love that 2 cars opened fire and that Hobbs appeared to have been an unintended target. A little more than 45 minutes later, Kennedy's mother and uncle arrived at the gas station and found her body sprawled between the gas pumps. Her father, who had driven 2 hours to see her graduate, had not even arrived back home when he got the call that his daughter had been killed. Surveillance cameras at the gas station were not operating the night of the shooting, and officers are currently seeking more witnesses. Her murder devastated and outraged Hobbs' family, who said her slaying was indicative of a culture of gun violence that destroys too many Black young people.
She had a bright future, had already started her own business as a young lady and graduated with honor. I've never felt this way. And I'm trying to understand it, but at this point it's hard to process. Why and how it transpired, I can't even get to that. But all I know is it's not right.
During a rally held outside of the Jackson Police Department, her uncle, William Napoleon Edwards, a local activist for the city of Jackson, Mississippi, revealed that police had shared nothing with the family about what happened and had not called for outside help in the case.
We have black on black crime at such a high rate. No outcry, silence. Our kids can go 10 minutes up the road to a conservative-based community, not have to worry about weapons, not have to worry about anything. It speaks a lot about leadership.
Several pastors of local churches pointed to so many figures at all levels not doing enough by allowing kids to walk the streets with loaded guns to settle fights.
When it comes to these children, we got to do something. And everybody, every person, it's time for us to lay down our issues and say, how do we fight for our children?
Kennedy's mother and father were too heartbroken to attend, losing their daughter the same day she became a high school graduate. Activists want their leaders to hear their cries and act.
We're asking the mayor, the police chief, who has failed to give us a comprehensive crime plan, to tell us something. We're asking for every entity of law enforcement to be in part of this investigation.
Many have been to this Texaco gas station to place balloons at the pump, making a memorial to celebrate Kennedy Hobbs' life. The store also stepped up their surveillance system, adjusting 3 cameras to monitor the parking lot.
The death of Hobbs, who was the daughter of a faculty member in the district, cast a shadow over the end of the school year ceremonies planned for that week. The city was celebrating graduations at its 7 high schools after a year marked by challenges brought by the coronavirus pandemic.
As Callaway High School seniors received their diplomas, their hearts heavy from the loss of another Jackson Public School senior, Kennedy Hobbs, who was shot and killed after her graduation ceremony Tuesday night.
Kennedy Hobbs.
And to hear about somebody losing their life right after graduation, you know, that's when our life is about to start, having the chance to it's just overall sad, you know, and I just really hope her family is okay.
Seniors say this year has already been tough and crime rampant in the city of Jackson among young people.
To be honest, I don't know how to feel because it's really hard, like with this whole pandemic happening and everything going on, all the killing and shooting, kids being lost. God he got to find a way in him, because in the end of the day, we all got to point to him no matter what.
Some parents and guardians of these seniors say stopping the crime should happen at home.
We've got to teach them just life skills, conflict resolution. I just honestly believe before you hurt someone, there's a voice inside of you that says hurting somebody is wrong. Maybe we need to listen to that little voice.
Some graduates we spoke to say they are being extra careful with their own graduation celebrations after the tragic death of their peer.
Following her passing, a balloon release was organized by members of the community. Family, friends, and classmates gathered together to remember and honor her life at the very location where she was murdered, the Texaco gas station.
We are at the exact location, as you said, where Kennedy Hobbs lost her life 1 week ago. We're going to step aside and show you the large crowd of the classmates and friends who gathered to remember the honor student who was shot and killed to being hit multiple times 1 week ago. Hobbs was on her way to a graduation party when she stopped at this gas station after she got her diploma from Murrah High School. Her family says Hobbs had started her own business and she had a bright future ahead of her. You can see the large crowd here. Many have their balloons. Some are wearing t-shirts to remember this very popular high school graduate. A short time ago, we spoke with organizers of the balloon release about the message they want to send to the community about violence plaguing the capital city.
Kennedy was senselessly murdered, you know, and all we want to do is we want justice for Kennedy,
And we also trying to get justice for others as well.
All this killing need to stop. These kids supposed to bury us. We don't supposed to bury them. It's too much. It's too much.
Now the crowd is gathered in a circle right now. We understand there will be a prayer and some speakers will address the crowd before, a short time later, releasing those balloons. There are still a lot of unanswered questions about why Hobbs was targeted. Her boyfriend was shot and killed 2 months ago at a gas station about 4 miles east of this location. Police say at this point they don't believe the two shootings are connected. They have actually said very little publicly about their investigation. We spoke with Kennedy Hobbs' father a short time ago. Of course, he is still devastated and heartbroken at losing his daughter. He says he believes somebody saw something, somebody knows something, and he's urging them to come forward and tell police.
The police have not found any motive or suspect in the shooting at this time. Anyone with information about the shooting should call the Jackson Police Department or Crime Stoppers. This was the story of Kennedy Hobbs.